Well, good morning, everybody. I am now recording the Jewish Foundation of Memphis donor portal training. And like I said before, it is not quite yet live, but I'm going through a preview test mode so you can see what it will look like next week when you will be getting your email, your password instructions to link your email and be able to log in. So this is the login page right now. You will be getting an email from Foundant, but it'll say it's coming from Jewish Foundation of Memphis, and it will give you a unique link. So when you get that unique link, you will click on it and it will say create password. Where it says here forgot password, it'll say create a password. Your login is your email address that you received the email from. If you don't want to use the email that you received, you can contact us and we can change the email in the back end to, use the email you want for logging in. So I'm going to log in, except it doesn't like my password. Hold on. Well, this is fun. Okay, it likes my password now. Okay, so we're going to the Sadie Fund, which is a fake fund that we created for training. As you see, I'm in preview mode, so it's still the test site, not the real site. When you are in the real site, however, do note that return to Foundation Home will take you back to the Foundation's home website. And so that will be live also when you try this next week. So we're going to click on the Sadie Fund. And this is the overview of what the portal will look like. So it'll tell you the date your fund was created, your current balance, the total contributions, and your total grants. And as you can see, I'm the fund advisor, pretend. And if you want another fund advisor, let's say it says Sarah Vanderwald, but I want my husband to be on it, just contact anyone at the foundation and we're happy to, add a spouse, a partner, a child, whoever you want to have access to your fund to make a grant or check your fund balance or load a statement, things like that. Does anyone have any questions before we go through the rest? Okay, so this is the home page. As you see right here, it's the home tab. If you ever need to go back to it, just click on the home tab. If you scroll down, it'll tell you the top 10 contributors. So this means anyone that's given money to your fund. In this case, Laura Linder. It's a fake account, anyone who else gives to your fund will be listed here. So let's say someone else gives to your fund, then their name will be listed. You can see here contributions by year. So you can see in 2020, no contributions were made until the end of the year. In 2019, the contribution was made in May. I'm going to keep scrolling down. Okay, so here in the home tab, we're still in the home tab, you will see the top 10 grantees in a pie chart. And so these are just a list of funds that the Sadie Fund has given to. And then these are the grants that have been made out. So grants to like Memphis Jewish Federation, Temple Israel, Memphis Jewish Home and Rehab, Mid-South Food Bank, things like that. And you can filter it by year, 2021, 2020, and 2019. Okay, I'm going to stop here because a few new people just joined. So those who just joined, we are on the Sadie Fund. It's a fake fund we created. We're still in preview mode, as you can see at the top. Unfortunately, we did not go live this weekend. We delayed it a week, and hopefully Foundant will get all of the information moved from our old system to our new system. So when you log in, you will see this homepage that I just reviewed, and we are recording this session. So if you did join a few minutes late, you can always go back. Next, I'm going to show you the next tabs. We're going to go from left to right. So the next tab is Choose Fund. Some people might not need this tab. Currently, this is my personal charitable fund and the Sadie Fund, which we created for the test of this Zoom. So I'm just going to go back. But if anyone has more than one fund that they are responsible for, let's say you have your own fund and you're the fund advisor for, your elderly parents fund, or you're a fund advisor for a designated fund that you have. So when you click on choose fund, it'll show all the funds that you are responsible for. If you click on choose fund and you do not see a fund that you think you're responsible for, please email us and we will fix it in the back end. It could be that when we move from one system to the next, one of them didn't merge over correctly. So that definitely is a possibility, and it's a very easy fix on our end. So do not be shy and definitely let us know if you click on choose fund and you see your own fund, but not the other one you're responsible for. That's an easy fix, and we are happy to do it for you. Next is contributions. So this page will tell you your total contributions. This is fake, but gifted stock here or here. It'll tell you that, check or cash or however you gifted things. That'll be on the contributions tab. Any questions? Okay. Next, we have the grant summary tab. So these are grants, and this is very cool, and we didn't offer before in the last donor portal. You can see it by alphabetical order. You can even click on it, let's say Hillels of Memphis, and you can see when you made that donation. You can click on Mid-South Food Bank, and you can see that you made a donation on January 1st. So it's very cool that you can see if you don't remember what you've granted for in the past and you want to, say, oh, let me see what I did in 2019 or 2020. I want to make the same contribution again in 2021. You can easily do that by going to grantee summary. And then, so that's the top part. If you keep scrolling down, you can go to grants, and this is in order of date. You'll see in status, it'll say paid or complete. They mean the same thing, just when it was transferred over. The system has two different statuses, but it means the same thing. You would see status pending if the grant was not yet paid. Any questions? We got a silent group today. Okay. The next tab after grant summary is recommend a grant. I'm going to click here. And on the side here on the right, you'll see similar to the grant summary tab, a list of grants that you've donated to in the past. This is in date order, but you can also change how you filter it. So you could filter by recipient, filter by date. I could change it to 2020 versus 2021. And now we're gonna actually make a grant recommendation. So the first part here is grants you've given to in the past. So I can check and see Anshe, Arts Memphis, Baron Hirsch. Okay, so there's all of these that you've given to in the past. Okay. If you don't know where you want to give and you want to see a fund that we're promoting on the foundation side, we've made it easy. You can give to the annual campaign to Federation. You can give to the Jewish Foundation's operating endowment fund. You can give to the Team Philanthropy Endowment Fund, Kosher Home Delivered Meals, the Never Forget Memorial Fund, which is for Holocaust memorial education, and Jewish Family Service. So these are the ones we promoted for right now. We could always promote other ones. Let's say there's some terrible occurrence, like when Hurricane Harvey happened and we were raising money for that, we could promote it here as well. This is a very cool new functionality that we didn't have before. So we would like to inspire our donors, of course, to give. So let's say that you want to give to a new nonprofit that you haven't given to before, but you imagine that other people have given to that organization. So, we can say, if anyone wants to give an example, you may go off mute and give me a suggestion, or I can make one up.
St. Jude.
St. Jude, okay. So I'm gonna write St. Jude and search. And two options, St. Jude Classic and St. Jude Research Hospital. And it gives you the tax ID number. So if you had the tax ID number, from your solicitation letter, you can match up exactly which one you want to give to. I'm guessing this is the golf tournament. I don't actually know. And this also pulls from GuideStar. So GuideStar is, the repository of all 501c3 nonprofit organizations. This is something very cool that Foundant, the new software system, does for us. The last one did not. So that's an example of, you want to search for an organization, but you don't know. So we'll do hospital. So if I wanted to give, let's say $100, I would create the request. And I would say, in honor of Steve Libby, because you suggested that, we'll say $100. Okay, so for an attachment, this would be, let's say you are giving it in honor of Steve Libby and you already have his business card on file. And so you want to upload his business card because that's where you want the recognition letter to go to. Or let's say you want to have a lot of people's addresses, be sent a recognition letter. So you have it on a Word document, you can upload the file and we'll see it. So that's also a new functionality we never had before. So I can say this is Steve's business card. Please use this address. Okay. So then I hit review notes. You could put in notes, but you don't have to. And then I can submit the request. I can submit the request. Ready? Submit. Okay. So it's submitted. You can still cancel, just so you know. Let's say you submitted it and you're like, oh, shoot, I didn't actually want to give in honor of his birthday. And you can go back. So I'll show you how to cancel it as well in a second. Now, let's say you clicked for St. Jude and it wasn't here. You can also enter it manually. So let's say, you can enter the name, the address, the city, the state, the zip code, the phone, the email, and submit. And it'll take you to the same next steps as it did before. Most likely it will be in search. If you don't find it in search, it might be because you're typing it incorrectly. So for example, American Friends of, there's a lot of them. Hopefully you can find it. These are all of the, American Friends of something in Israel. But you see there's 100 results. So hopefully you can just keep scrolling. Next page. So you'll see there's a lot. And these are all registered 501c3 organizations. So it wouldn't be a problem to make the gift from your fund. Okay. If I go to home, wait, how do I, okay, so there is a way to cancel it, but maybe it's in my email. Ah, here it is. Okay, so, oops, sorry about that. So my Zoom is not letting me go across, but next to here, can you guys see this? There's a cancel button. So back to recommend a grant. Here's my latest request. Hopefully you guys can see this. It says St. Jude Research Hospital in honor of Steve Libby. So if I click here, I can cancel it. So if we haven't yet cut the check, you still have the opportunity to cancel. And of course you can always call or email if you realize you made a mistake, but it is a nice feature that, you do it at 10 p.m. and at night you realize, oh, I didn't want to do that. You can cancel it in the morning and no one will know. So I can hit cancel and it's now not there. Now the last one is the Memphis Jewish Community Center. Any questions? Okay. Next is statements. This is blank. This is one of the reasons we are not yet live. The statement information has not been moved from the old system to the new system, but you will be able to see the statements here once we are ready and the Foundant software company does all of the merging of files. So you'll be able to see your fund statement here. Files, which is also not ready. This will be files that we have attached to your fund profile. So things like your original philanthropic fund agreement form, a copy of that will be in files. So if you don't remember, who you listed as your successor advisor and you're thinking about that and you want to check and you want to check at 2 in the morning, you can log into your portal here at any time of day or night and go to files, and then you'll see, oh, here's, Steve Libby's philanthropic fund agreement form and he sees that he leaves it to, you know, his wife, and he wants to keep it that way, et cetera, et cetera. Same with tax receipts, also not here, but if you are giving, when you do make your contributions, so your contributions are in this tab, your tax receipts will be in this tab. So let's say I make a check for, you know, $1,000 into my fund, that receipt would be right here, which is great because then when you meet with your accountant and they ask for your donation receipts, you can just log in here and print them out. And the last button here is log out. This just logs you out of your account. If you don't log out, you will be automatically logged out, I believe, after 24 hours. So you don't actually, you know, it's personal preference if you want to log out or not. I do recommend if you're on a public computer to definitely log out because it's your private information. Any questions or any steps that you want to see me do again?
Does this give us access to legacy information also, like who our beneficiaries are and things like that?
Yes, so if you've done a guiding document, that would also be uploaded on
It'd be on files.
Yep, so anything that we have attached to your profile from our old system will make public here. And that, unfortunately, it's taken them a lot longer to transfer over. They had told us, you know, by Monday, and we found out this morning that they're not there. So they need another week, they said, which is why we're delaying access to this. But yeah, they should all be there. If you want, I can also upload your life and legacy form for those who have made life and legacy declarations of intent. Even though it's not related to your fund, you know, if you want the file there, I can put it there for you.
And is that something we could change online, or that we need to?
You would only be able to download it. Like it would just be an attachment that you could then download. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like if it's a PDF, it'll just say like the date I uploaded it on my end, and I can put a description, you know, your legacy commitment, and then you could download it. But I don't think you're not able to change it. No. I mean, you could change it by contacting me and changing it, you know, but it wouldn't work to change it on this platform. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Any other questions? Okay, so there's one other cool thing about Foundant, our new system, that I will show you. It has nothing to do with your fund personally. So all of you guys are donor advised fund holders, or you manage a fund for an agency. So this would be, you know, how you would get here. You would, if you wanted to go and choose a different fund, like this is my test fund, but this is my personal fund, you know, I can go here and alternate between the two. It's the same login and password for both. The other thing I want to show you is brand new, and it's our donation page. And this is for anybody who doesn't, you don't have to have a fund, there's no login, no password, but it's a new site that we just created. And basically you can donate by credit card. So if there's anyone that wants to make a gift into your fund, let's say, you know, in honor of your birthday, or, you know, a graduation or an anniversary, you can just tell a friend or family member to go to this website, and I'll show you where it is on our foundation page in a second. But they would just, you know, hit the donate by credit card tab, which is the first tab right here. And then they would just search for the fund. So let's see if Sadie Fund is here. I don't know if I put the Sadie Fund on the test. No. Okay, so let's say I'll just use my own child's thing. Okay, so my son Ethan has a B'nai Tzedek account, and let's say I want to give money to that so he can, you know, his bar mitzvah present, right? So let's say I want to give him $36, and it's in honor of his bar mitzvah. So just click here. And then let's say I want Ethan to be notified and I want him to be emailed. I put the email address in, confirm email, additional notes, and then you add it to your cart. So anyone can do this. You don't need to have a login or password. It's a really nice feature if there is a family member or a friend that wants to make a donation. in your honor. Any questions on this? And once I hit add to cart, it'll take me to the credit card login page. Okay, the way you get to this page, which is actually live, is by going to our website, jcpmemphis.org. And you can go to donate and go to other. That's one way to get there. Another way to get there is to go to foundation and go to donate now.